Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Publicis Thoughts. Today, we're going to be talking about Developer Insight, Episode 6, Electrified and Water. I am not going to put the audio on of the dev. The dev is a little hard to understand, and that's not his fault. Not a big deal, but I'm going to put the caption on down below, and I'm going to slow the video down a little bit so that we can talk about some of the things that he is talking about. So I'm going to talk about this throughout the video and all that. Let me know how that goes and give me your thoughts and comments below. So here we go, everybody. So today, let's get electrified with electricity and water. Oh, yeah. He makes a little joke and all that. I thought that was kind of funny. These devs are pretty funny, you know? But you know what, though? Look at this video and stuff, how everything is lining up in blocks and the meshes are just really, really well done, you know? So, so in the water are very critical for your city. Without electricity and water, your city needs demand. Now, the player can put the cables either underground or overground. I like underground better. I don't like overground too much unless you're like in a rural area, you know, of course, you know. But I like this that you can have parallel above ground transmission lines. You have water towers, delivers fresh water into the cities via water pipes, costly to maintain when compared to its output capacity and all that. Water towers, I think, and I hope will play a bigger role in Cities Skylines too and all that. But it says groundwater is water that underground and that has to be accessed by and pumped through an aquifer underground, which I really like that. I like that because before it wasn't like that. You'd actually have to take pipes from other transmission areas and all that. Look at this. So groundwater is somewhat limited resource, as I stated in my last video. If you ever pump it, it will run out. But if you stop and all that and let the aquifer rebuild up and all that, so like maybe you can maybe slow it down, or maybe your output or input could be a little bit more or less so that you do not dry up that resource and all that. I really, really like that. But you know what? You see these towers over here too. I'm really wondering what the heck these are, you know? So, yeah, you see here, you've got more of these pumps and all that. Again, you've got electricity, you've got your solar and all that over here. Stuff. You got these upgrades too, but I can't really tell what they are. These look like storage, more solar panels, and maybe transmission lines or something like that. I don't know what that is exactly. But then if you look at this, though, you got a coal power plant. Who wants a coal power plant, right? But it looks like you can upgrade a lot of these too as well, or maybe add things. But then you've got unlocks that you got to make certain progress in your city, which I really, really enjoy. So the emergency power station is support building for electricity, city services. It can support your electricity grid in dire times. Emergency battery station is a great companion for the solar and all that, which I completely agree with as well too. I think that that's a very, very good aspect to the game as well too. So yeah, so all that. You could see here, you saw this right here. It's charging and all that. You didn't have anything like that in the old game as well. So huge battery banks store electricity that can be used to negate the problems caused by blackouts or energy consumption spikes, which, as we talked about in our last video, if you have fluctuations, whether it's winter, whether it's heat or otherwise, and stuff, you've got more demand and all that. So you can take it from other areas and all that. So like power stations during the daytime, the solar stations can, you know, fill up those supplies and all that, and charge up the emergency battery stations during the nighttime and stuff. But even today, and even in real world, that is not realistic even today as well. So mm, I'm not sure how exactly that's going to work, and how you're going to balance that too, because consumption, it's going to be a balance at night and all that. And if this is going to be anything like real world in a simulated way, of course, I'm not really sure exactly how that's really going to go. Um, but I do like these different pipes and electricity flows and stuff. I like this indicator and stuff, how much is being pumped and pumped in, pumped out, and all that. Then these extra transformers. You get a map legend and all that of what's going on. So the game features two different kinds of cables, high voltage and low voltage, which is a very interesting aspect to add to this game. It so high voltage, you can transfer a lot of energy via a single cable line. The low voltage cables transfer low amounts of electricity, which that makes a lot of sense as well too. And I really, really appreciate that. You know, so I really like these images in this video and stuff, really showing the underground of what is going on. The the lower voltage cables are also built into the roads as you build roads, which I really, really appreciate that aspect. You don't have to, kind of dick around with all that. So I think that's pretty cool though. I mean, look at this. It's all uniformal and stuff like that. Unlike the old one, you actually had to do it. You had to, you know, and all that. So yeah. The cables have limits, of course, like I said. You can get some bottlenecks of electricity. So yeah, you've got, wait a minute, let's go back here. Electricity bottlenecks. There is not enough electricity transfer capacity at this point in the grid to deliver all the required power. Whole districts via low voltage power cable. So it can create these bottlenecks and stuff like that. I'm not really sure how you're going to resolve that exactly, but to bypass these bottlenecks, you can either build more cables to the area or build high voltage. Okay, so looks like it's got a single pipe, which is low voltage. Then you'll have to put in high voltage lines to increase that capacity to your users or your players, or and all that. Electricity flow 40 megawatts. Yeah, I mean, you've got low voltage via transformation line that transformer lines and all that. You've got all these upgrades. You've got wind powered, all that stuff. So solar power. They're showing all these different aspects and stuff like that that can go in conjunction with all of yours. Which makes sense though, even in real life too as well. This notion that we need to get off of fossil fuels and only use alternative, when that's just unrealistic and stuff. Maybe once you get to fusion power or something like that, or geothermal or something like that, those two technologies are not even there yet. So, or even salt reactors or something like that. That's another thing too I like to actually see in this game, salt reactors and stuff. So, you know, a variety of options for you as a player. So you can either improve your city's production or lower it or increase it. I like the fact you can add these things on. You've got electricity capacity storage, you got sewage treatment or whatever, and plumbing and all that. So they're zooming in on him. He's funny though. And so, but his accent's just a little too thick and stuff like that. That's why I put the caption on, why I'm kind of doing the commentary and all that stuff. But you know what though, this video is really, really good. The next video is going to be maps and themes, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope that we get some interesting maps. I also hope we get scenarios and stuff like earthquakes, tornadoes, stuff like that. All that stuff was in the original as well too, but I like to see some other stuff, and all that. But other than that, this is it for that video. And But yeah, so this will drop on Sunday. I'm trying to do these videos dropping on Saturday, give my commentary, and then dropping on a Sunday and stuff. I'm trying to get ahead of videos again, but let me know what you think. Remember, the next set is going to be themes. I might do a more deep dive video, but these videos are doing somewhat well, but they take a lot of work to actually do. So let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you all. You all have been, watching, listening, sharing, and I really, really appreciate that. So please like, subscribe, and share my content. Helps the channel. Trying to get to 500 subs, everybody. So help me get there, okay? Take care, everybody. Peace out.